Mr. Keebler, you have placed top four with a very interesting deck, Viral Infection Red Eyes. I'd love to hear more about your strategy and see your list.
Sure. So to start off, I chose with Viral Infection. The other skill that's useful right now is Heart of a Warrior. Heart of a Warrior says you can discard a card from your hand once per turn to special summon level 5 or lower warrior from your extra deck, but then you can't normal summon that turn. So while this discards to summon this, I can't normal summon that turn. But Viral Infection, I can discard as many cards as I want, and that will it's the Viral Infection says I can discard up to as many cards in my hand as I want, declare one card type, monster, spell, or trap. The opponent sends one card from their deck to the graveyard for every card that I discard. So if I discard 3 cards and calls trap, the opponent has to send 3 traps. So this one's a little bit faster than Heart of a Warrior in the fact that I can discard 2 or more, which is useful for Red Eyes Wyvern, which I'll get to. And it also does not prevent me from normal summoning, so I can still set Red Eyes Baby or summon Gearfried the Red Eyes Iron Knight or something like that. So this does not block my normal summon where this does. So that's what I'll start with. We've got Viral Infection as a skill. We've got 3 Gearfried the Red Eyes Iron Knight. Now, if you're not familiar with Gearfried the Red Eyes Iron Knight, he's got 2 effects. The first effect is when he's equipped with an equip card, you can trigger it to destroy the equip card, and then you can destroy a spell or trap card on the field. The other effect is, as an ignition effect, you can send an equip card equipped to it to the graveyard to special summon a level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from your graveyard to your side of the field. So, needless to say, he loves being equipped with things. He wants as many equips as he can get. I also have 2 Red Eyes Baby Dragon, which when sent to the graveyard, can special summon a Red Eyes monster from my deck to my side of the field, level 7 or lower. And then it equips Red Eyes Baby Dragon to that monster. And then when this is when this is equipped and destroyed, then it can search for a level 1 dragon from my deck, which is Black Metal Dragon. Now, Black Metal Dragon is the next monster I'm playing. I'm playing 3 of them. Black Metal Dragon can equip from my hand to a monster on my side of the field, so I can equip to this to trigger its effect, trigger either of these effects. And it also has an effect where when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, I can search for any card with Red Eyes in the name from my deck and add it to my hand, which you can already see there's 5 of them so far. I've got Red Eyes Wyvern, 3 of them. Red Eyes Wyvern says that during the end phase, if I have not normal summoned yet this turn, and this is in the graveyard, I can banish this to summon a level 7 or lower Red Eyes from my graveyard to my side of the field. So I can summon this, or another Wyvern if I really wanted to. I've also got 2 Red Eyes Black Dragons, just because they're Red Eyes and they're good. Pretty big beat stick, 2400. It's a little hard to get over with the Red Eyes decks that we see. A lot of the Red Eyes decks aren't running this, so they have a harder time climbing over it. They need to equip, say, Gearfried with Black Metal just to trade with that, and then I can summon it back again with Wyvern. I also have 3 Carboneton, which, when it's in the graveyard, I can banish it to special summon one of these Red Eyes from my deck to my side of the field. So these are like 6 instant discards. Basically, if I draw them, I just discard them for Viral Infection to start milling the opponent. I can call traps, for instance, and just get rid of some of their better traps. If I see them milling, say, Wall of Disruption, now I have 1 less Wall of Disruption to worry about. So that's good for getting rid of the traps. And then to complete the Red Eyes package, I also have 3 Red Eyes Spirit. Red Eyes Spirit is basically a trap version of Monster Reborn for a Red Eyes monster in your graveyard. So it can special summon any of these Red Eyes cards, except for Black Metal, because it's not Red Eyes, but it can summon any of these from my graveyard to my side of the field. And it's really good with, say, the Gearfried or the Red Eyes Black Dragon. I also have 3 Champions Vigilance in here, just to negate things. Now, this is a Solemn Judgment, but I have to control a level 7 or higher normal monster, which mine is a Red Eyes Black Dragon, obviously. So, Vigilance, if I can get that on the field, either with Carboneton or Red Eyes Baby Dragon or Wyvern or Spirit, if I can get that on the board, then I've got a negate. So beyond those, I also have 3 Blast with Chain. Blast with Chain is probably the strongest card in Speed Duels right now. Probably should be banned, or at least limited in some capacity. Right now it's unlimited, so it's a little busted. But Blast with Chain, the effect is it becomes an equip. but when you equip it to a monster, it gives the monster 500 extra attack. If this card, while equipped, is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one card on the field and destroy it. So that combos with the Gearfried. So if I have Gearfried summoned and this set, and the opponent attacks, I can go into damage step, activate Blast with Chain to equip to this, trigger its effect to destroy this, and destroy a spell or trap on the opponent's side of the field. And then this in the graveyard will activate its effect to destroy another card on the field. So this, with that, easily destroys 2 cards just by itself. 1 spell and trap and 1 monster, or 2 spell and traps. Gearfried only destroys spell and traps, so you can't destroy 2 monsters with this, only 1. But still, I run 3 Blasts with Chain because it's broken. Also run 3 Kunai with Chain. Same thing. It for 500. It equips and gives 500 extra attack to whatever monster it's equipped to. But it also has an effect where if I activated Attack Declaration, I can change the monster that's attacking to defense position. So a play that can be done with that. If I have this set and this in attack, something I'd done once, for instance, the opponent attack with Cyber Dragon. I activated this at Attack Declaration, put Cyber Dragon to defense, and then trigger this to destroy this and destroy a spell or trap on the field. So just this one card alone, when combined with that, but just this one card used on my side, tripped their monster into defense so they didn't attack, and was an MST as well. So 2 effects in 1, basically. So that's why that's really good. Spike Shield with Chain gives the equipped monster, it's another equipped trap, it gives the equipped monster 500 attack, and then while the equipped monster battles while in defense position, it increases the defense by the current attack of the monster. So if this was set, and this was set, for instance, and you attacked this, then in the damage step, I can activate this, give it 500 attack, so the 18 becomes 23, and then the 23 attack gets added to the 16 defense, so he's got 3,900 defense, which is a lot of reflect damage that way. If they attack with an 1800 monster, for instance, their own Gearfried, and I did this, then they would take a lot of damage. That's 2100 right there. It's over half their life. So that's why that's in there. Plus, it's an equip, so it can still trigger that to destroy a spell or trap, or the second effect of that to Monster Reborn one of these red eyes. And then my last card is Covering Fire. I can only activate this if I have 2 or more face-up monsters. When you attack a monster, what it does is you target one other face-up monster on your side of the field. So let's say I had a Red Eyes and Baby, for instance. We'll go with Baby. So Red Eyes and Baby. I had Baby set, and I have this set. And you attack Baby, then what I can do is flip Baby, and then in the damage step, activate Covering Fire, give Baby an additional 2,400 attack. I guess it would work better if this is an attack. But yeah, so that'd be 3,600 attack. You attack the monster, your monster would die, and you would take a lot of damage. So that's why that was there. It's just extra damage, makes my monsters really big. Now, to be honest, I did not play this or this in the tournament. I kept having to side them out because they ended up like, I don't know, they were the weakest cards in my deck for siding. Now, as far as the side deck goes, once I pick these up, I can show you. So for the side deck, what I have currently, what I entered with, was a single copy of Heart of a Warrior, in case I want to trade this out because I want some big beat sticks. I want some of these guys. I didn't do that at all this tournament, so Viral Infection was just stronger this tournament. I felt no need to change into Heart of a Warrior, but it was an option that I had available. So that's one card in my side deck. Also had 3 Wild Tornado. Wild Tornado was probably the MVP of this tournament. It was super... You have a little bit of static. Anyway, it was super strong there. So what Wild Tornado does, so first of all, while it's set, it can be sort of like a Dust Tornado for a face-up spell or trap. So if the opponent has a Gearfried, the Red Eyes Iron Knight, and they equip Black Metal Dragon to it, then I can chain Wild Tornado to Gearfried's effect to try to destroy the Black Metal Dragon. This will destroy the Black Metal Dragon for me, so Gearfried does not get to trigger to destroy something else on the field. But it's also got a second effect, where if it's set, and it's destroyed while set, then it can just target one face-up card on the field and destroy it. This was very useful a lot of times because I would draw it, I would set it past turn, then during my end phase, they would Blast with Chain, destroy this, and then this would trigger and just destroy their Red Eyes Gearfried, for instance. So that's what the Wild Tornadoes were for. They were the MVP. I'd probably main 1 or 2 of them next time I was in here. I don't know, but they were definitely good. Um, and then 2 straight flush. I put them in there for the macro matchup because macro likes to play with grand conversions and other set cards, so it's very easy to trigger straight flush against macro, and this deck is very graveyard reliant, so I was afraid of macro. But I did not run into macro at all, so it wasn't an issue. But they were in there for the macro matchup. Now, the matchups I played against, first 2 rounds were against Battle City Siren. I did win against them, the Battle City Siren Red Eyes. And then the third matchup was a Heart of a Warrior Red Eyes. I won against that. The fourth round was Cyber Angels. The Cyber Angels I lost to because I could not get over top of their Izana. I do have a play to get over the Izana with, for instance, Red Eyes equipped with 2 copies of Black Metal Dragon. That'll put it up to 3,600, which is strong enough to beat over Izana. But the time when I had 2 of these in hand, I had accidentally also had 2, well, I say accidentally, but in hindsight it was a bad play, but I had 2 Champions Vigilance set, so I didn't have enough space to be able to get these big enough to climb over Izana. So that was definitely a play mistake on my part. But otherwise, if I were to change things, maybe change out the straight flushes in my side deck for the full. That might have been really good against Cyber Angels. I'm not sure if they would have had an out to it. So that might have been an auto win. I don't know. Spike Shield Chain and Covering Fire. These I sided out almost every game, every match for 2 Wild Tornadoes. Sometimes I would side out, say, a Wyvern or something for a 3rd Wild Tornado. But I never sided in straight flush. Against Cyber Angels, though, I had done this out of habit, and also because I figured the Night Beam, he was playing Night Beams and Galaxy Cyclone, so I figured if I had these set and they Galaxy Cycloned or Night Beamed one of them, then I can at least attempt to destroy Izana or something. Or if Izana uses its effect to try to blow one of these up when I target it, then I can attempt to destroy Izana. That never came up, unfortunately, and these would have been really good against Izana, because a Spike Shield Chain on a Red Eyes in defense, this is 4,900 defense. 4,900 is bigger than 3,500, if you couldn't tell. So it makes them really big, really hard to beat over. So at that point, not sure what outs they would have had to it. Maybe the Galaxy Cyclone from the graveyard to destroy this and then attack over it. But that would have at least stalled a little bit. But as I said, I sided that out, so it wasn't very useful, unfortunately.
So I find it very interesting that you're not playing any cards in the 1 list or the 3 list. Was that on purpose?
Right.
Are you looking at any of those cards, possibly like a Floodgate Trap Hole, essentially like on a stun kind of list, or did you just not find the need to play them in your 30-card list?
I just didn't find the need to play them. I tried playing some Books of Moon to begin with because they're really good, but I ended up taking them out for some of the other cards I have in here. If I were to try to put in some limit cards, I'd probably take these out for 2 walls to give me at least some sort of defense. Besides, I had Wild Tornado. Wall would have also been really good against Cyber Angels, but there's not really a whole lot as far as stopping attacks goes.
Yeah.
So they try to attack. The only thing I really have to stop it are Kunais and Blast with Chains, basically. And the Blast with Chain is only if I have Red Eyes Gearfried. So maybe Wall would have been good in hindsight.
That's a very cool list you have there. It's very unique and it's very new, which we love to see in a format where nothing's changed in a year.
All right.
All right, dude. Thank you very much for the deck profile. Any little shout-outs, anything you want to talk about, or?
No, I think the deck actually played really well. I guess I have to shout out my wife for letting me play, for taking care of my kid while I was sitting here playing some children's card games.
Thank you very much for your time.
All right, cool. Talk to you later.
See you.